Hello, I hope you can hear me well. So, I'm Dimitris Chatzopoulos. I'm one of the program directors in the conversion program. Thank you, Daniele, for the introduction. So, I want to say that if you have any questions that are not answered in this webinar, feel free to send an email to me, to Michael, or to Gronia, the program coordinator. That the emails are here on the screen. Happy to answer. And yeah, Michael.
Very good. So hello, everybody. My name is Michael O'Mahony. I'm one of the directors of the MSc Computer Science a convergent program. And as Dimitri says, if you do have any follow-up questions, please do not hesitate to get in touch. We're more than happy to, accept questions and to get back to people with any answers. Very good.
Okay. Thanks, Michael. So the agenda for today, we will keep this short, but we're happy to come back if you have questions and provide more details. So we will start with the program overview. So the program is composed of 4 terms, and we will discuss what is happening during these 4 terms. Your applicant profile, so who you are, and what's going to happen to you after you graduate from this program. So regarding the program overview, the program is designed to give an IT related degree to non-IT people. So you shouldn't have a computer science background when you apply for this degree. It is designed in such a way to introduce to you all the basic concepts that you need to know to become a computer scientist, plus master level modules that will give you an expertise in a domain of your preference. I want to stress again that this is designed for people who don't have a computer science background, so no prior knowledge is assumed. We understand that some of you may get some time off in the summer or in the weeks before the program starts to get some prepared. That's perfectly fine. But if you are busy with your other studies or if you are working, you are not expected to do anything before you come here in September. So in the first term of the program, you will have these 6 modules. As you can see, we have a programming module that is delivered in 6 weeks, so it's in an accelerated fashion. It's the equivalent of a first introduction to computer science program that a first year computer scientist will do in the undergraduate degree. Then in the second half of the first term, we continue with object-oriented programming. So you are learning 2 programming paradigms. And then there are 3 basic modules that are fundamental in computer science: relational databases, operating systems, and computer architecture. And then we have a master level module that is called computational thinking. And this year we upgraded this module into computational thinking with AI, with artificial intelligence. So the red module is a new module that integrates artificial intelligence in computational thinking. And this happens from September till end of November, and then during December you have the exams. Then in the second trimester that starts after the holiday for Christmas, we have data structures and algorithms, which is the theoretical follow-up of programming modules. Networking, because we are using internet every day with a lot of things. So this module is teaching you how computers interact with other computers or with the web. Java programming, which is another programming language, because there are many programming languages. And software engineering, which is how to build your own applications and systems following the best practices. And this has a group project component as well. So you will collaborate with your classmates to build something. And then there are 2 modules in red here. Human-centered artificial intelligence. So this is a new module that will be delivered for the first time next year. That is the intersection between artificial intelligence and human-computer interaction. This is new because we know that things are shifting towards AI, and so this is a very state-of-the-art new module on this topic. And then we also have data analytics and AI, which is a more practical module that focuses on how to get experience with analyzing data, producing machine learning models, building your own AI systems. So based on the knowledge that you will gain on the first 2 trimesters, you go into the summer trimester, which is called Research Practicum. This is a full-time module that lasts around 10 weeks, where in groups of 5 or 6, depending on how the groups are created, you build something big, something meaningful. You build your own system. You may have a web application component and a mobile application component and a database and all this talk through the internet. So you build something and you collaborate. So this is actually the most popular and the most well reported module of the program. Every student, after finishing this, it's a bit difficult, but it has a very high degree of satisfaction when you complete this, because you build something on your own with your friends. That it's like the glue of putting everything you learned together. And then you have a final trimester where you pick 6 modules or 30 credits, because there are some modules that are 10 credits, but let's not go into details. So you have the equivalent of 6 MSc modules that you can pick from around 100 possible credits. So these are part of another master program that we have that is called negotiated learning, and it's practically you will sit together with students who have computer science or electrical engineering or software engineering degrees as a primary degree and come directly for this. So the first year puts you up to speed at the same level as these guys. And our data show that usually you are doing better than most of them on average. So the first 3 months give you a very good understanding and very good grasp of what is happening in computer science, what you need to know to become a computer scientist. And then during the summer, you practice a lot, you build something meaningful. And in the last term, you finish with your master modules. So who do we expect you to be? There is a requirement to have a 2-1. This is a second class on upper half second class honors degree, either BSc or a BA or any award, a bachelor degree in any discipline not related to computer science. We have a math requirement in the equivalent of Living Cert or the high school, or if you did math in your university and you got a C minus or a C, it's sufficient. And our previous intakes include students from various backgrounds. So we had students from maths, music, health sciences, business, you name it. Actually, we don't have a specific, there's no major component of students that come from a specific discipline. We have students from all over the spectrum. And then the potential career opportunities, there are many possible directions you can go into. Many of the graduates find jobs as software engineer, other work as analysts, as data scientists, data analysts, business analysts. So there are many different roles that you can seek. We have graduates that got jobs into IBM, Microsoft, Ericsson, Deloitte. So, and some of the applicants decide to go back to their previous degree because it made sense for them. So there were a couple of students with background from health sciences or business that wanted to get up to speed from a technical point of view, and they, in order to go back and do something else on their primary degree. UCD has a very good UCD careers network that helps any student in UCD to get ready into finding a job. They have a lot of seminars regarding the CVs. They advertise a lot of job opportunities, and specifically the College of Science has a very good science internships office. So in case that you prefer to look for an internship after you graduate from the program and not for another job, you can also contact these guys. Happy to go back and discuss anything in more detail. Uh, but I think it makes more sense to spend time answering your questions and listening to Matas, who is one of our successful graduates.
That is brilliant, Dimitris. Thank you so much for that in-depth presentation. No doubt that will be really valuable to all who have joined today. As you said, that leads nicely into our graduate section of this webinar. So we have Mattis joining, who is a recent graduate, and I will just ask Mattis a few questions, and then he will be here for the Q&A portion also. So if you have your questions, please remember to write them into the Q&A chat box, and keep them as anonymous also. So welcome, Mattis. Thank you so much for joining us today. To begin with, can you just introduce yourself and give us an idea of your background before completing the MSc Computer Science conversion?
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, hello everyone. My name is Matas, as what was already said, and I'm a recent graduate of the MSc Computer Science conversion course. I started in September 2023 and then graduated in 2025. And of course, a very massive big thank you for having me here today. In terms of my background was in health science. I studied human health and disease for my undergraduate, and it was a course that was very much focused on a lot of research in the lab specifically. And it was something that I didn't particularly really enjoy until I did my thesis, which involved a bit more computer work. And I realized I actually really love this, but I don't really have that technical skill set. And then when I found this course, it was specifically so I can build it up. And that's kind of exactly what I got. So I came in with literally zero programming experience whatsoever, and then ended up learning a lot along the way.
Brilliant, thank you. And how was your experience during your time at UCD, Mattis?
Yeah, it was really, really good, really, really phenomenal. UCD is quite a big campus, and there are a lot of students. There's a lot of societies and a lot of sports clubs, and all the academic faculty. They are incredible to go to if you have any sort of help. There's a lot of support services that are available for you as well. When I was there, like I was blown away at the amount of selection that I guess I really had in terms of all the different things I can do. So for myself, I got quite involved in a few different societies and sports clubs for myself right outside of the coursework. And then within the coursework, I was able to chat to all the different lecturers and the academic staffs for help. All the course mates were really, really fantastic in helping. And if I ever needed a little bit more assistance, there were also additional support hours for computer science as well that I was able to go to. All in all, it was, yeah, a really, really nice experience that even when things kind of got tough, I still felt really reassured because there was always that support system around me. So yeah, always felt really welcome and genuinely had a great time all the way through.
And Mattis, did you have a favourite part of the course?
The nights out, if I'm allowed to say that,
Of
probably.
course.
Definitely so. But within the course itself, I guess there were two things that stood out to me. I guess one of the things I really enjoyed is as part of the course, we do a lot of lab work in groups. So we'd go into like a big room, we'd be around these round tables, and you'd be sitting beside your peers, and you'd be coding together. You'd be answering, different questions. You'd essentially be getting asked, and it'd basically be giving you that extra practical experience. Being able to sit down, do that, and kind of peer program, so to speak, with all your peers was a really, really enjoyable and fun experience. It made the whole, I guess, study aspect of it a lot more fun because you just kind of get to, shoot back and forth queries, with everyone and just have a bit of a laugh while you're kind of working away. While there's also, the teaching assistants, the demonstrators, and the lecturer themselves walking around helping out as well. So not only are you learning a lot, but you're having a great time. And then, as Demetrius actually mentioned as well, the research practicum, yeah, by far probably my favorite module out of everything. For the summer semester, like was said, we were split into different teams of about six or five per team, and we had to build a pretty substantial web application. And it was a very massive undertaking, a lot of work, but it was so much fun having to go through it. There was a lot of problems that you kind of have to figure out and tease out, coming through all the different solutions to put something together at the end. It was a really nice challenge that ended up building my skill set a lot and really kind of solidified a lot of those friendships that I'd made along the way. Definitely one of the highlights throughout the entire uh, program itself.
That's great and will no doubt be really valuable for everyone joining today. And I think as you mentioned, that collaborative piece, and also the social side of being in UCD and making the most of the clubs and societies and networking with people. They are all going to shape your experience as well as the academic side of things. So that is really important to mention as well.
Yeah.
And Mattis, since you graduated, what path did you decide to take? Where are you working now? What are you working as?
Yeah, so I'm actually in the office at the minute. I jumped into a quick cubicle. So for myself, I was really interested in the realm of data science, data analysis, machine learning, artificial intelligence. So that's the kind of stream that I wanted to go down to. And now I'm currently working as a data analyst with Ernst& Young, EY. And there's actually another graduate from the program who's also working here as a tech consultant as well. So it's very nice that there's two of us here in the same company as well. So the role that I kind of have, I'm more so in a kind of system administration type of role, but my role is very, very broad. So I get to work a lot with Linux on the terminal, a lot of managing different servers. And then there's a lot of work in terms of analyzing data on SQL, then using Python, a lot of data visualization stuff. There is really a bit of everything. And one thing actually that I wanted to note as well is when I came in here and they saw my background from the course here in computer science, they were really, really keen to put me into those technical roles and really keen to upskill me even further into all those areas. So very much thanks to the course, I was able to be immediately put on a project where I could use all those skills and just develop them further and further. So yeah, I'm based here, in Dublin, and it's really, really nice. It's been an incredible experience.
That's amazing and great to hear that the skills you learned were directly applied into your current job. That's fantastic to hear, and how valuable they are to your company as well. And then final question, we always like asking graduates this. What do you know now, I suppose, that you would have liked to have known before you started the course?
Oh, yeah, no, I have again two things in my head when it comes to this. The first thing, and it was kind of already mentioned in the introduction of the course, or in the introduction of this webinar, this course is quite intense. There is a lot you end up covering, and you cover it at pace. So there is quite a lot, but it is very much manageable. You know, you can do it. I'm an example. So did everyone else in the course as well. But definitely one thing that I feel like would have been probably would have made the experience a little bit easier is if I did maybe just a little bit of reading up beforehand. I came in like completely empty, didn't know a single thing. It was all fine, but there were times when I was like, wow, this is quite a bit. Having that little bit of knowledge before you jump in will make like even just that first week a little bit easier to get into. In my case, I didn't do that, but again, like I said, the support services that were there in terms of help me out, and then also all the course mates were phenomenal. So I was pulled right back up to speed, and then from there it was just go, go, go. And yeah, no, you learn a lot along the way. Another thing, though, I think probably the biggest takeaway, and I would really, really recommend this, is when in the course, you'll be doing a lot of work and you'll be coming out with a lot of different projects from all the different modules that you'll be doing. And it is a fantastic or a fantastic opportunity to build up your portfolio. When it'll be time to apply for jobs, a lot of employers will be searching for, different work that you've already done for your actual portfolio on websites like GitHub, for instance. So having something set up while you're in the course and slowly starting to top that up as you're going through it. So by the time it is time for you to apply for jobs, you already have that. I would highly, highly recommend everyone to do that. In my case, I didn't realize, so I kind of started doing this late and there was a little bit of pressure. All worked out okay, but definitely if you can be topping this up as you go, you will find that by the time it comes to applying for all those jobs, you will have a much more smoother experience. So definitely get on that early and slowly start populating that. Even if it's small little projects, they all build up and they will all count. So that'll be my biggest point of advice.